Hello, it's RobotnikIsSexy again, with a match, a underused match, in fact, that I had with XDigitalbeam of Facebook and YouTube. And at a glance, he's got a very healthy-looking underused team, but this is actually his first Wi-Fi battle ever, which is pretty impressive because he puts up a hell of a fight. Not to allude to anything, but yeah, I'm just going to lead with Rotom Heatform because he is a really pretty much fail-proof lead, and I'm going to trick his Deoxys D from the get-go because I don't want him setting up Stealth Rocks and Spikes, and I just know for a fact that I can cripple him. I pretty much half expected him to switch out into something else, but pretty much a lot of stuff on his team would have been crippled by a Specs, sort of. I don't know. It was definitely worth the risk anyway. I'm gonna curse on that switch, and I love cursing on the switch. Gonna get the pain split, and that is a 1-2 combo that really works out nicely. If you can get away with it. If you're a little too hasty with the curse, you can wind up damaging yourself too much, which is no bueno. Generally, this team, whenever I use this team, if Dusclops gets fainted too quickly, I have a really hard time. So we're gonna double switch here. I predict his switch, I believe, and he's gonna lock himself into recover, which is honestly strange. If he used Psychic, Choice Spec Psychic would have KO'd me easy. But he might not have an attack at all, because he doesn't use one ever. He's just gonna wall my stuff, and then he's gonna switch into Victini. He is, believe it or not, a fan of my videos, so you know how I use Crustle all the time. I guess he's kind of like my signature Pokemon, so he definitely knew that the Shell Smash was coming. So he's gonna V-Create with that Scarftini. Probably should have used Shell Smash a second time, because there really was no risk involved, and I could have outspit him after a second Shell Smash. He's gonna try to knock me down with a Will-O-Wisp, but I've got that Lumberry. And that really saves my life, and then he goes for Will-O-Wisp again, and he misses, which is terrible. I honestly felt bad for him there, but I would have been able to take him out with a X-Scissor, and it would have been double down, I believe that's how it would have went. He's just going to protect stall for lulls to get some HP back, and I'm going to X-Scissor that Hedgehog, and I hate that Hedgehog. I really do. It's actually pretty much the reason I made this underused team is because I knew Crustle could, like, one-hit KO Shaymins, because they're such a pain in the ass. I don't know. He's gonna kill me with the Scarf Nidoking. He didn't know it had a Choice Scarf, so, yeah, advice for you. Double check your items before you go into battle, because items are pretty much half of the game. So yeah, they're really, really important, and I definitely recommend keeping Scarf and Nidoking, because yeah, Crustle isn't fast enough to deal with it. None of my Pokemon are, really, so yeah. He's gonna Roar after Stealth Rocks, which is great. He probably should have led with Empoleon, but I would have Specs Volt switched on it anyway, so maybe not, but getting Rocks up is definitely a good idea, especially if a team has a triple Stealth Rock weakness. I'm gonna go for Satan. It does a lot of damage, more than I thought it would, and he's definitely in revengeable health, which is perfect. That's why I had used Protect earlier, and I've got a bank on a Banded Aqua Jet, fainting him, because if it doesn't, I am gonna be in a world of hurt, but thankfully it does. Goes out into Nidoking. For some reason he switches, oh, excuse me, could have gone into Deoxys D and saved himself a turn. but that's fine. Really curious about his XD. He's going to start setting up some spikes, but because... Actually, no, he isn't. He's going to lock himself into Seismic Toss, which is honestly a curious move because... I don't know, it's weird. I'm going to Pain Split on King Koopa, and he's going to Sludge Bomb me. I guess he forgot that Ghost resists poison. It is kind of a weird oddball resistance that doesn't really make sense, so I'll give him the credit for that because it's kind of weird. It's one of those weaknesses where you have to just like look it up because it's one of those really forgettable ones. He's going to lock himself into spikes. Basically, tricking XD made this match a hell of a lot easier for me because this team does have a very severe entry hazard weakness. And, oh, I forgot to mention, he forgot to give his XD an item, so when I tricked him, I got nothing, which is pretty funny. Which is, I don't know. It helps him and it doesn't help him at the same time because I get nothing, but, you know, if he had avoided the trick, having a hold item would have been nice. I'm going to Sucker Punch his Nidoking. Gonna do about as much as I expected, and I'm gonna predict him to switch out and go into Fireman. Actually, well, I don't know. I knew that he was going to use Earth Power because he was locked into it, and it was pretty much a safe switch anyway. I'm gonna trick and get my Choice Specs back, which is a masterful move. So now my Overheat is gonna kill him no matter what, which is pretty amazingly awesome. Now he's going to go for the Thunderbolt. I resist that, so yeah, I'm just going to go for that Overheat, and that is a nice underuse match, and very strong match for someone who has never played Wi-Fi before, and I'll see you later, YouTube.